It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA. As you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
And it's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. Overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
This one complete to Atwell. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That finds Nakua along the sideline. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, L.A.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
There's a short one taken in by Higbee.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Stafford to throw again. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Williams gets it on the draw. So a 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year 2, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long. Third down and 9. Throwing, Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The motion man is Nakua. They'll fake the handoff. Now Stafford unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. Going right back to Nakua, complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Finds Nakua on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run over center with Williams. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Another one from the 5, second down and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Now he'll run. And he will score. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indy.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Extra point attempt to come here. He knocks it through. And the Colts move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. 1st down, Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll run. It's Williams. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. To throw is Stafford. And he'll take it on in. Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, Rams. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. That one complete to Pierce.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got it.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Now Richardson. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that's it. It'll be third down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Third and long. Throwing is Richardson. He's got his man. That's down. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, it's Richardson. Got his man, it's Ogletree. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. And a little closer. Here's second and goal. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And he'll go down, back at the 4-yard line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Colts. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
The extra point is up and through. And the Colts are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. One quarter in the books. It's the Colts out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Now a second down throw for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That one into the hands of Atwell. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Here's Ethan Evans now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he's got another one. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Colts are out to a 21-10 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Williams. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it with Williams. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
A first down throw for Stafford. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams are back within 4. It's 21-17. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. That lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Play action, Stafford. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field to Tigby. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Stafford now to throw on 1st down. There's a short one taken in by Higbee.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. The motion man is Nakua. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on third down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, Stafford. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Stafford now on second down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams cut the deficit down to 1.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Josh Downs heading back to the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. On 1st down, it's Richardson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. To throw, it's Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Richardson operating from the pistol.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Taylor going to try to pull his way in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point is good. And the Colts are going to open up the lead to 8. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw is Stafford. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So as we come to the half, it is a 5-point game. As we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The Colts got a strong first half from their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. And he did it with his legs, accounting for 3 first-half touchdowns on the ground. Sensational. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Look him up on a second down and 8. Throwing, Richardson. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That is caught. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It covers 51 yards.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow. And the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Here's Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. Powering forward. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Colts will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams offense, running back Kyron Williams, ready to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. First and 10. drive begins with a run by Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
On first down, right back to Williams. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Second down, it's Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Williams. He'll work forward for a couple. DeForest Buckner brings him down. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? A shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go with Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Out of the gun, Stafford. They're called in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? 3rd and goal coming up. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
They'll go for it. It's Williams. Good blocking, and he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams have cut the deficit to 5. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. On a man left side. It's caught. Big strides. Look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Now, the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts are going to extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down. Stafford now. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
To the air again, Stafford. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. 1st down, Stafford. That's to Atwell. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Second and goal. One more time for Williams. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he will not get in. The defense standing their ground, pushing him back, and it sets up 4th and goal.
What can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up their heels on their own goal line, and not only do they come up with a big 3rd down stop, they take them back for a loss. Brings up 4th down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Rams are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Richardson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. To the left side and taken in by Downs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And he'll be taken down. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. That is caught. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. And waiting, no signal. He did not. No, he did not get in. And that's going to bring up fourth and goal.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And he will score again. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indy. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Richardson and the Colts come to the line. They'll try to tack on 2 more. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. First and 10 now from the 36. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Working out of the gun, Stafford. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there on a pickup of 17.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Again, it's Stafford. Finds Nakua on the slant. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Atwell sent in motion here. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's a designed run. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. He's got it at the 3.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They go right back to Taylor. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Colts about set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Here comes Smith on the return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
2nd down, it's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, it's Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They put Adams in motion. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
2nd and a yard. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They've got it at the 8. 1st down and goal. Atwell sent in motion here. A run on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone yet again. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Cardi now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. From the gun, Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Richardson gonna look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Richardson to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
On second down, Richardson. That one, take it in. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now, for the point after. He's got it. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
A first down throw for Stafford. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down. They'll drop to throw. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin, most passing yards ever in a game. Van Brocklin had 554 over 70 years ago, 1951. Help from the O-line, help from the receivers, an incredible performance, an NFL record set here. Kyron Williams, the intended receiver there. And now it's going to be third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
On the ground, Williams. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll do so with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout to get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.